In today's video, I'm going to be sharing with you 6 of my wedding day tips and tricks that I use in my wedding films to make them as natural as possible and get the most out of shoot day. Every wedding is different, and I feel like you can learn something on every shoot, whether it be new lighting, new lenses, new camera movements. Just play with it and just experiment until you find the style that you like. Tip number 1 is preparation. Wedding prep for me starts a couple of days after I get the booking. I send off a questionnaire where the couple can fill in all the details of their wedding day, so then we're both on the same wavelength and we know exactly what's happening on wedding day. 1 month before the wedding date, we then arrange a meeting, whether it be a coffee meetup or a Zoom call, just to go through that questionnaire to see if there's any changes, so then we're both on the same wavelength and we can get the perfect shots of the day. It's important to know of any changes because then you can know exactly what's happening. You can be in the right place at the right time. So tip number 2 is arrival. So this is the first tip for the wedding day, and it's arrive early. 1, you've given yourself enough time to navigate through any problems like traffic. 2, you won't find yourself in a rush and forget them little details. And finally, number 3, this is the perfect time to set up your gear, check your settings, get familiar with the venue, and get ready for the day. Tip number 3 is letting it flow. My style of shooting is very natural and cinematic. I don't like to intrude too much, but the only time I do is when I know the couple are not going to want to miss a shot. At the same time, I think it's really important to make the guests and the couple themselves comfortable around you on the wedding day. During the day, don't be scared to have a chat with the guests as you're walking past, walking around. Just have a little chat, because then you can kind of build a quick relationship with people. And when it comes to filming them later on in the evening, they're going to be comfortable around you and you can get up close and get them cool shots. If you're quite an outgoing person, I think matching the vibe of the actual wedding day can help improve your shots drastically as well. A good example of this was at a wedding recently where all the guests were waiting outside for the arrival of the bride and groom. It was a bit chilly, but they was all lined up ready to greet the couple. So what I'd done as we was waiting, I could see where the couple were coming from and they weren't nowhere to be seen yet. So I thought I'd make the most of this little bit of time, and I said to everybody, pretend that the camera is the couple and interact with it as I walk up the aisle. And I did that and the shots were pretty cool. Something I hadn't tried before, but definitely something that I'll be doing again. Doing this will mean in the edit I can change between a POV shot and the actual shot of the couple walking up the aisle. If you have some spare time on a wedding day, then always try new things. Make the most of every minute you get on a wedding day, whether it's trying a new shot angle. Like I say, just try anything. Whether you use the shot or not, it doesn't matter, but it's worth trying. Tip number 4 is understanding the moment. So when it comes down to couple shots, this is one of my favourite moments of the day, but this is also the moment where the couple actually spend the most time alone with each other. At this point, we take the couple away from the wedding party and we go for some nice couple shots around the grounds of the venue. The most natural shots for me are when the couple's just walking around the grounds, just having a chat amongst themselves, and that's when you bring out the real emotions, or the laughing, the kissing, the hugging, and they're the shots that you really want to capture. At the same time, I think it's really important to get a different range of shots, like mid shots, long shots, close-ups. So don't be afraid to tell the couple to walk down that pathway again and just shoot from a different angle. Now don't get me wrong, I don't get all natural shots. There's a few shots that are always worth setting up, and for me that's a dip shot and a twirl shot. For me, as long as the couple are down for it, them shots look great. Tip number 5 is ninja mode. This isn't a fancy camera setting, it's just the art of not being seen. So there's times during the wedding day when you need to take a step back and really just capture them natural shots when people don't know you're there. This is a good time to capture them guests that you know aren't too comfortable in front of the camera, but you can still get nice shots of them without knowing that they're actually being filmed. Again, it will take some time to understand when and when isn't the best time to use this technique. So tip number 6 is camera movement. For me, to achieve the real cinematic natural feel, you've got to get the camera movements right. Recently, I shoot about 90% of a wedding day handheld as opposed to using a gimbal. The reason I shoot handheld, it gives you full control over the camera at all times and gives you that raw, natural feel. The gimbal's great to add stability to your shots, whether it's walking backwards and getting the confetti shots or some nice silky smooth couple shots. So one of my personal favourite camera movements is a reveal shot. These are a real game changer and you can literally shoot them anywhere on a wedding day. You can use foreground subjects such as people, grass, leaves, just to get that real cinematic feel. Not only will you achieve good shots from this, but it adds a kind of natural transition to shots during the edit. Thanks for watching, and if these tips and tricks have been helpful to you, then please give this video a like. Keep tuned to this channel for more content coming soon, but for now, see you in the next video.